Hello again. I'm Jim Bernheimer, author of Horror, Humor, and Heroes, Deadeye, Pennies for the Ferryman, and the recently released Spirals of Destiny Book 1, Writer. Today, I will be reviewing The Hunted of 2060 by Ami Blackwelder. The product summary is as follows. Set in Alaska in 2060 when April enters her sophomore year at university, she thought Robert might be the love of her life. But as she discovers, she is hiding something inside of her, something that the rest of the world believes to have died out. She struggles with who she was and who she is becoming as she learns of a family she never knew existed and of enemies that she will have to outrun, outfight, or outwit to survive. As April embraces her new identity, will she have to leave the life she loves behind? With underlying themes of how prejudice breaks human connections and wildlife conservation, this novel has received rave reviews and will leave the reader flipping through the pages of April's story. I enjoyed this story and give it 3.5 stars, rounding up to 4 stars for Amazon. It's a quick read and suitable for the young adult crowd. Here are the things that I liked about it. As a character, April's voice seemed believable. It felt like she was in her late teens or early 20s. The introduction of the hybrid shapeshifters as the half-human, half-alien children of aliens that came to Earth seeking sanctuary gave the whole thing a fairly fresh look rather than the idea of a secret society that has always lived amongst us, that type of plot device that many other authors employ. It gave the book something of an Alien Nation or District 9 theme running in the background. I also enjoyed using Alaska as a setting. It somewhat isolates the environment and allows the author greater room for world building in her sequels. Questions that can be answered include, how do the other governments of the world treat their hybrids? Where do the characters go from there, and so on. The author strikes a careful balance when it comes to social issues in the story. There is enough of it for an adult reader to look beyond the words at the deeper meanings, but not so much that a younger reader would be bogged down by the narrative. In the interests of full disclosure, I reviewed a previous version of the story and sent Amy a number of ideas for things that she could improve on, and this version is definitely an upgrade. Still, there were some things that held over from the earlier version that made me scratch my head, such as the slang term for the unit hunting the hybrids was the rogue militia. That's what the hybrids called them. Their proper name is something else altogether, but they still had these uniforms with M's on them. Also, from a military standpoint, a militia is usually considered a lesser unit among professional soldiers, whereas these folks were more along the lines of special operatives. You know, the black ops type teams. I also think the author missed some opportunities in the story. When April discovers that she has a twin, I had hoped for more interaction between the two and maybe some tension and, plot device. Instead, many pages were devoted to the romantic triangle April finds herself in with her human boyfriend and the hybrid that covets her, without the attention given to the discovery and interaction with her new sister. The idea that hybrids are born as twins is well handled and logical, but the mating is far too simplistic. The fact that the twins had names that began with the same letter as their sibling was somewhat hokey and felt more appropriate to a middle grade offering than a young adult offering. Overall, The Hunted of 2060 is entertaining, light reading that doesn't try to be a square peg in a round hole. It doesn't beat you over the head with a social message, but gives just enough to keep you interested. The action and romance have more than enough details to keep me turning the page. There is a prequel and also a sequel planned. That's all for now. Thanks for watching my video review of The Hunted of 2060 by Ami Blackwelder. For more information on Ami's writings, visit her website at amireview.avi. And for more information about my writings, visit www.jimbernheimer.com.